Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ALS United Mid-Atlantic Goals podcast. I'm Tony Heil with ALS United Mid-Atlantic, and if you've listened to our podcast in the past, and I hope that you have, you know that we've talked with people about a variety of perspectives when it comes to ALS. Those perspectives include things like people living with ALS, researchers, caregivers, someone who's lost someone to ALS, volunteers, advocates. Everyone has a different take and perspective when it comes to this disease and how we can work together to find a cure and better care services for them. Today, I am going to be talking about something that's very important to the success of our ALS mission, and that is our events here at ALS United Mid-Atlantic. I'm going to be talking with Chris Albright. He's been working with ALS United Mid-Atlantic for only a little bit, but he is an important part of our organization, helping to run our walks. The ALS United Walk is one of the best ways that you can be involved to rally your family and friends together to raise money and awareness for ALS, and they're fun. It's not a time-intensive thing on walk day. It's not a really difficult thing to do. It's not like a 10K race, which is all fine. This is something that's family-friendly for everyone. So Chris is going to talk about what that's like. So Chris, welcome and thanks for talking today.
Hi, Tony. Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure being here.
So I just want to get a little bit into how our events are structured. What is your role here? What is your job when it comes to ALS United Walks?
Sure. Great question. So as you mentioned, I've just been with the organization for just a little bit now. I joined last year in April of 2024 as the engagement coordinator. And in my role, I am the lead point of contact for 4 out of the 7 ALS United Walks that we have, as well as our Jersey Shore Ride event that we have. So my duties are to encourage registration, help fundraising, and answer any questions that team captains or participants have for any of our walks or events such as the Jersey Shore Ride. So these are all really great events that we have in the Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey areas. And it's been a blast being part of this organization over the past year and experiencing each and every single one of them. And I can't recommend enough. Each one is different in their own way, and they bring a certain aspect to it that makes it a fun experience.
That's a lot of walks. I know you haven't been to all of them because we had 2 on the same day, so you can't clone yourself. And so had you been involved in walks before, or because I know you have some experience before, but our walk program had a lot of new things for you, I'm sure.
Yes, that's for sure. So this is kind of the first capacity where I've been involved with a walk for a nonprofit organization. And it's really great just seeing how it all comes together, being behind the scenes, seeing the logistics leading up to the day of the event, and then when everybody is there. So we have some smaller walks, but we also have very large walks too. One of them being the Philadelphia walk that we have in November, where last year we had 1,500 people show up at that day.
I love the Philadelphia walk. Bill Henley from NBC Philadelphia is always there. He's a good friend to us. The Philly Fanatic always comes. I'm sorry to take your bubble of all the fun things to talk about for the walk, but
there's plenty of fun things.
Those aren't even the best parts of the walk, and we'll get to that soon. But so one of the things that's most important, like you said, is registering. You have to, the walk really takes place mostly before walk day. What do people need to do? How do people get involved in walks from day one?
Sure, absolutely. So people can go right on our website and visit our events page that we have there. Underneath the events page, you'll see our walk page and all the different options that you have to register. So there are different dates that work best for you. And there are, like I mentioned, there are in all different locations of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. So we have a couple of different websites where people can get registered and signed up. And I have them right here in front of me. Tony, you'll probably notice a trend in terms of the walk websites that are easy to follow along. So if people are interested in our Delaware walk, people can go to our website at delawarealsunitedwalk.org. For Ocean City, people can go to alsunitedwalk.org. Lehigh Valley is at alsunitedwalk.org. And Tony, I'm sure you can guess the last one, but Philadelphia is alsunitedwalk.org.
And you can also find all of these and other events and walks at our regular website, alsmidatlantic.org. And you can go there and find our events page, because our walks they're our premier event, but we have other events going on. So maybe if there's a walk that's far away from you, or you missed this year's walk date near you, there's a bunch of events you could participate in or start your own.
Absolutely. And I think that's one great thing too, Tony, if you don't mind me saying. We offer another great thing where I help lead our community partner events.
Mm-hmm.
So community partner events are a great way where if you can't make one of our events, you can also host your own and set up a fundraiser that way. And it doesn't have to be a walk or a 5K. It can truly be anything that you want it to be. For example, just being here in the past year, I've seen all kinds of different events that are fundraisers at a tailgate, fundraisers that are held for cornhole tournaments, and I've even seen one that was scuba diving lessons. People are very creative with this, and it's truly one of my favorite parts of my job, seeing how creative people are, because our patients are more than just ALS. They're more than just a disease. So truly seeing what their passions are or what their legacy was is truly inspirational to see why you should be doing this and how to keep moving forward and keep supporting the loved ones that are with you or the ones that you want to remember and keep their legacy going. So it's really cool and fascinating to see all these different ways how people want to give back in their own way. So community partner events are such a wonderful organization or such a wonderful objective that we have that we offer to people, and it's really easy to set up. So I recommend that too.
I love our community partner events. Like you said, sometimes they're really fun and creative things that you wouldn't expect to see. And it usually ties into someone's personality or their interests.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, they might be interested in baseball or golf or something else. But for the walks themselves, you mentioned the fall walks. We just
Mm-hmm.
had 3 walks this spring for ALS United Mid-Atlantic. So what was your experience like with organizing those walks in our region?
Sure. Yes. So as you mentioned, we had 2 walks this year that were on the same day. So I couldn't clone myself. So I was down in Seaside, and Seaside turned out to be such a beautiful day down there. That was our first walk this year on Saturday, May 3rd. That raised nearly $50,000 being there on the boardwalk that morning. And that was just a great beach morning. It rained for a little bit, but the weather held off. There was a ton of people there. Really great, fun family atmosphere. So we saw families of all ages that were there, and we saw new patients. So one of the beautiful things about having walks all over these 3 states is that we had new patients that were able to attend this walk for the very first time that were unable to last year. So it's so great to have this option for people and be able to have them experience what we had to offer there. Another walk that we had was led by my coworker, Michelle Rogers. She had the Hershey Walk back in June. Hershey Walk was another great day that was held at Hershey Middle School. That one raised just over $125,000 in that one itself. So that is a fun one. We altered the time for that one because we found that would be best for patients to be there that way. So anytime we're doing a walk, we want to make sure we're doing the absolute best to accommodate for the patients and the timing of things too to make it easier on them. But like I mentioned, that one was a tremendous success, raising over $125,000. And the other one that was on the same day as Seaside back in May was in Scranton. So that one's at PNC Field, one of the minor league ballparks. And I heard that was a great day. I experienced that one last year, but wasn't able to be at it this year. But I heard that was another fun day too.
And it's nice that each walk has its own personality or certain
Mm-hmm.
people that you see once a year in that capacity. So I really love our partners at the Hackensack Meridian Clinic, Jersey Shore University Medical Center with Dr. Mary Sedaris. And she was at the Seaside Walk with her team. And it was really nice seeing their commitment to our ALS patients and families. They knew a lot of the patients and families that were there, including people who've lost someone to ALS. And so that builds our connection with our families, but also builds the connections between us and our clinics and the clinics and the patients.
Absolutely. And that's such an important relationship to have too. And it goes a long way. And I think the walks are a great resource to have to deepen those connections too. Because like you mentioned, this might be the only time of year too where you can really connect with them face to face. So it's a really fun day, and it's only a couple of hours. But it's a blast. And we have a few more coming up later this year that I'm excited for.
So as people were preparing for those walks, were there any things that you did or your team does to make sure that they're prepared, that they know what to expect, or how like you said, you changed the times for the Hershey Walk. So how does your team help to make sure that those teams who are coming for the walk have what they need to make it a successful day?
Absolutely. So I am, as I mentioned, the lead point of contact with all the team captains. So if there are any issues or any questions leading up to the event, people can come strictly to me, and I'm happy to help with any questions that they might have. But at the walk itself, we make sure that we have tables set up for great resources for people to have the day of too. So, for example, we've recently added 2 tables at our walks. One is being the Share and Show Your Unity table, and the other one is ALS United table. So the Share and Show Your Unity, I'll go into that one first. We added this one fairly recently, and it's one of my favorite parts of the walk, where people can truly represent why they are there for the walk and help us better understand why they are there for the walk. So at the Share and Show Your Unity tent, we have these little handheld signs that we have with representing 5 different colors. So the 5 colors are blue, the same color blue that's right behind me. That represents a patient that currently is living with ALS. Another handheld sign that we have is orange. So orange is in support of someone living with ALS. We have green, which is in response to caregivers that are taking care of someone that has ALS or was previously a caregiver as well. Yellow, which represents advocacy for research and support. And then finally, white is in honor of someone who has passed from ALS. There is also a banner that is at this tent that people will go there to. They will either sign their names or write why they're walking that day. So to go back to your question, Tony, I think it's really great that leading up to this walk, we truly understand why people are walking, and make sure that we make this a walk feel customized to them, make them feel included too, because there are all different facets of why people are walking. And our name is obviously ALS United. And one of our main goals of our walks is to make sure that everyone does feel united at our walks. It's really a great sense of community, and we want to make sure that we're deepening that too. So we found this Share and Show Your Unity tent a great way to be able to do that.
Yeah, I really
And then
like the new
sorry.
signs because it really helps also with the sensitivity we have with who's there. So, if
Mhm.
someone has lost someone to ALS in the last year and they're holding up that white sign, it's a white sign of unity, really, and making sure that we can talk to them and talk to them in a way where we appreciate why they're there. We can talk to them about the person that they lost, and it means something to us too because you've been here for enough time. You build a connection with the patients and families. I do after being here for many years. So, when you see those people with a white or blue or any of those signs, you know that they're here for a reason, and you can build a conversation with them, and it's deeper than just saying hello.
Mhm. Absolutely. I think one of the most powerful moments of the walk is we have our opening ceremonies, and towards the end of the ceremony, we ask everybody to raise those signs. And just looking around, you see each and every single person raising this sign and why they are there too. And it's all of us are part of this ALS community, and it just shows that we are there for our own reasons, and it's not too different from one another. We all have different stories, and we all have different way paths that we've gotten there to that walk day, but it just really shows why we are there and the commitment to help finding a cure, being there for our loved ones, and continuing our support, which I think is very, very powerful.
Yeah, I think that the way that the walk team has created this opening ceremony in the last couple of years with the signs and with the awards has really improved the walk experience. I've been here for many years, and we would do a closing event, which is great, but a lot of people might leave because they have an extra party afterwards, or
Mhm.
maybe they know they're not a top fundraiser. But we want to value every person who's there, and the way
Absolutely.
that your team has created the opening ceremony with the awards and the signs make sure everyone's together at the beginning, and that they start united. They don't just end united, they start united. And I think that
Mhm.
that is a really nice touch that your team has put together.
Yeah. Yeah, my I have to give all the credit to my team because I joined in right at the right time, and Carrie Braun has done such a phenomenal job. Lexi Brace has done such a phenomenal job in making those
Mm-hmm.
things come together, and it's really paid off. And sometimes it just when we get to that moment, part of the walk, it gives me the chills just seeing why we are all there together in unity. And it makes me feel stronger too, knowing that one day we will find a cure, and just continuing to put our research, our financial that we have towards our research and our advocacy, and knowing that we can do this together and we are not alone. And that's one of the big messages that we want to push across all of our events.
Yeah. And I know I cut you off because you were talking about the other tent you have. We have a lot of people who signed a message, and we have them signed up in our office too. What's that about with the banners and signs at the walks?
Oh yeah, it's incredible seeing that in the office here. So each walk, we have banners that people can sign. So they can write a little message to the people that they were walking there in support of or in memory of. They can put stickers on there too, just really showcasing why they are there. So it's really powerful when we have this very long banner and it's just completely filled with all these different signatures and messages to why people are walking that day. I can't tell you the amount of little kids that I've seen come up to the banner and they're so excited to sign it and saying this is for Pop Up or this is for, my grandmother and things like that. And they're excited to be there and they're excited to give back in their own personal way. And I think just even as something as simple as like a signature in their message goes a very long way, just telling why they are there. And as you mentioned, we have them hanging up in our office here, and I think it's a really great reminder of why we do what we do, because there's such a large community here that need our support and want to vocalize their story. So we have that hanging up, and it's a great reminder to keep doing what we're doing.
It is really nice being in our office, which is in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania. So if you're ever interested, listening, and want to stop by our ALS United Mid-Atlantic office, you can see all of the things we have up to recognize so many of our families, from our named funds to the people who signed our walk banners. And it really makes you connected to the cause in a different way than you would be if it was just nice looking walls or artwork. And so we want to have those connections. It kind of inspires you more every day, like, because you're making phone calls to sponsors or donors, doing logistics, and those banners really help drive home why we do what we do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So we have some fall walks coming up. You mentioned them already: the Delaware, Lehigh Valley, Ocean City, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. Tell us more about what those walks are and what you're doing to prepare.
Sure. So the next one that we have on the docket is the Delaware Walk that is now being taken place in Wilmington, Delaware this year. So that walk is going to be on Saturday, September 6th, and that's at the Tubman Garrett Riverfront Park. And we were there earlier this year, and it is absolutely a beautiful area too. That was my first time touring there, and it is gorgeous. The landscaping that they do there alone it's very, very pretty. So that's going to be on Saturday, September 6th. You can find that on our website if you'd like to sign up. The next one after that is Ocean City, which is held at the 6th Street Athletic Complex on the following weekend after Delaware, which is going to be Saturday, September 13th for Ocean City. Following that, we have one more walk in the month of September. So the last Saturday of September is going to be the Lehigh Valley Walk that is held at Cedar Crest College. And once again, that's Saturday, September 27th. And then finally, our last biggest walk of the year is going to be on Sunday, November 9th at Citizens Bank Park. So right after the Phillies win the World Series this year, come on down to the ballpark, visit us on that Sunday, November 9th, and it's going to be a very, very fun day.
Maybe the Phillies will win a World Series with a catcher's error again.
Maybe it's working out for us.
I was really surprised when I saw that the Reading Phillies also had the same thing happen like last year. So maybe it's something that's going on with the Phillies and it's going to help them win, but we will take the wins any way we can.
Absolutely. That's a great strategy.
And maybe just like the game we just watched, maybe in the World Series, Bryce Harper will steal home plate. So who knows what excitement we can get with the team.
Hey, that ballpark will be buzzing, and it'll still be buzzing on Sunday, November 9th.
Yes. I love going to the Philadelphia Walk because it connects us to the Phillies, the fanatics there, and we have our biggest crowd because it's the biggest city. So what have you learned about the experiences at the Philadelphia Walk? Because we get to see so many people there, and it's such a positive day with our biggest walk.
Yes. So like I mentioned, the ballpark truly is buzzing that day with 1,500 people there. Last year, we're hoping for an even larger turnout this year too. So there is all kinds of fun games and activities that people can do that day. We have cornhole tournaments set up there that people play. We were able to go into the ballpark last year for a portion of it, and people were walking throughout there. There are so many teams that are signed up. I believe we had about 150 teams last year that transferred to about 1,500 people for the walk. So truly, truly tremendous turnout. We have all kinds of food, snacks, drinks, drinks. We even had face painting for the kids too. So there's some kind of fun for all ages, and it truly was a blast.
And you mentioned that we had like 100 plus teams for the Philadelphia Walk. Those teams can range from having 100 people themselves or only having a couple people. And teams of all sizes make a big impact when it comes to the ALS United Walk.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter the team size. Anyone can truly make a difference, too. Even if it's just one person, you're walking in honor of someone. I've seen that in the past, and it can really go a long way. And something that we have, too, it's in terms of the fundraising side of things, if it's just one person, that's okay. We have what we call a participation center when people sign up for a walk, where they have hopeful tools where if they want to get the word out about the walk or any fundraising, people can share the link to their fundraising page on Facebook, on social media. There's an option for people to send emails out to and really help get the word out. So whether, like you said, Tony, if you have a team of 100 people or if you have a team just a couple of people, you can truly make a difference. It doesn't matter how many people you have, as long as you're getting the word out. And even if you're just there for the day, that's incredible in itself, because I think that at the end of the day, each and every single person there that arrives to our walk, they're showing that they're all united to end ALS. And I think that's really powerful in itself.
I'm thinking of starting my own walk team this year. And so I know a lot of people who don't know if they want to register their own team. They're not sure if they want to join or just donate. So if I start my own walk team, people could just donate to that and participate in mine as like a catch-all for anyone who wants to join a team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, like I said, you can share that link out to our social media and also via email too. So anybody can make a donation to your specific team. And also, if anybody, they're thinking about maybe they want to register, but they're not sure if they can commit to that day, we do have registration available on the day of the walk. So that is not an issue. And all of our walks are free to register too. So there's no financial requirement to sign up for our walk. You can do it the morning of. You can make a donation at the registration tent as well. So we truly make this an open experience as possible for anyone to join.
And I want to talk again about the Delaware Walk because it's a really exciting location and time. And the reason we're able to have positive events in Delaware and Ocean City and Lehigh Valley is because people have built up communities there and have built up the infrastructure for us to succeed for our patients. We are putting our walks where the patients are, right? So we want to make sure that wherever we have a walk, it's so that as many patients living with ALS are able to attend.
Absolutely. We make sure that we reach out to people and see what works best for them. And we found that Wilmington is just a great central location for a lot of people, and it makes it much more easier for them to be able to travel to. We had a wonderful walk in Rehoboth Beach for years. That was a great success. And unfortunately, we've seen some of those numbers decline over the past couple of years. And we found out that more patients are either in central Delaware or northern Delaware too. And we found that getting to Wilmington has made it an easier experience. So as Tony, you mentioned, we want to make this a positive experience for our patients as much as possible. And Wilmington, it seems to be a great area for it. And so far, we've had great success for the walk, too, raising nearly $13,000 for it so far. And the walk is a little over a month away. So we're excited to see where that leads to.
And like the changes we made to the Hershey ALS United Walk in terms of the timing, when we make changes or evolve the walks, it's all to make it more approachable and accessible for our patients and families, make it easier to donate, to be able to participate, to be where the people are. So I appreciate that your team is always looking for ways that people can feel more connected and engaged. That's the goal with what you're doing.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
And so the other thing people can do is participate online through social media and not just donating, but spreading awareness. What are some of the ways that you think that people can be involved in spreading awareness for the walk?
Sure. So I would say stay connected with us on social media, sharing what we have to whether your Instagram stories, Facebook stories. or if you want to just get registered on our website and share that out to your friends and family, that's always a great way to do that. We try to make it as accessible as possible for everyone and easy to share. So anything that you can do to get involved and spread the word or get registered is a great opportunity to do so. And like I said, we try to make it as easy as possible. So yeah.
So if you're interested in ALS United Walk, and I hope you will be, I encourage you to visit our website, alsmidatlantic.org, because you can find all of our events there. You can find out how to donate there or how to volunteer. And if you want to just share information and connect with other teams and see how the teams are updated, because we update about new registered teams or changes to the walks. Follow us on social media at ALS Mid Atlantic. That's across all social media platforms. We try to be active in multiple places. So before we finish here, Chris, is there anything you're especially looking forward to for the walks as we finish 2025?
I'm very excited for the Wilmington Walk because, as I mentioned, it is gorgeous down there. It's a beautiful area, and I think it's going to be a very fun day for people. We've talked at a good extent now about our Philadelphia Walk. I think that is maybe my favorite walk that I like to be a part of. It's kind of a full circle moment for me. I was working at the ballpark for a few different years, once through Aramark and then once as the visiting team bat boy for the Philadelphia Phillies for one season. So going back there and having an event and being connected with such a wonderful partner like the Philadelphia Phillies, it's great to be back there and have another fun day. Like I said, it's like a full circle moment to be able to give back and be involved in the community at one of the greatest sports teams. My favorite sports team for sure, at least.
I appreciate that. I know when I first started here and I told people where I was working, I had people who said, oh, that's what the Phillies do. They knew about ALS because of the Philadelphia Phillies, and I think that's a real testament to their character and what they do in the community. And it brought to light the disease and how people can help. And the way people can help now is by joining a walk. It can be at any of our locations. And even if the walk is passed in their area, they can still donate online and support a walk team even after the fact. So again, please join us. We have a great walk coming up in 2025 and then again in 2026 and the year after that until we find a cure and end this disease for good. Our website's alsmidatlantic.org. You can find us on social media at ALS Mid Atlantic and share all you need. Thanks, Chris. I look forward to all of the walk success this year.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you and everyone else listening at our walks.